Welcome back to another edition of the Are We Not Men Show. It's your boy B. I got my man P with me again. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I can't complain, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I can't. Same shit, different roll of toilet paper. You know how it go, though. But man, today, man, we got a show for you. It's a topic that, hey, it's a kind of a sensitive topic. You know what I'm saying? Some gonna love it, some gonna hate it, but we still gonna debate it. So, man, we gonna get to it. Today's topic, basically, you often hear the term guilt by association. And, normally birds of a feather flock together. So when you hear that term, it pretty much means what it says. But what if it went the other way sometimes? Like, what if you was not guilty by disassociation? Because one thing people have to understand is that when it comes to one of the greatest benefits of white privilege is their ability to disassociate themselves with other white people that they deem unfit, you know what I'm saying? What if we as black people could do the same thing? So let me ask you, brother, what do you think about that when you see that, how, like, you take a Harvey Weinstein, for instance. Like, this is a man that sat and donated millions and millions of dollars to presidential campaigns, and candidates. And once they found out that he liked raping chicks, they said, oh no, we can't be friends with Harvey no more. And Harvey pretty much just disappeared. Everybody distanced themselves real quick. And it was never a backlash like you was just with that dude the other day. It was just like he just went away. Now, do you think as black people we could do the same thing?
I think it's your duty as a person to do the same thing, man. You can't, when you know better, you do better. As simple as that. When you know better, you do better. You got to get away from the negative. You got to get away from the people that aren't a part of what it is you do. My father used to say that you're known by the company that you keep.
Right.
So if you're going to hang around with whatever, then that's, just like you said, it's guilt by association. So I don't see the point of hanging around with somebody that's not on my level. What's the use?
That's true, but I'm talking about like on a racial level, on a ethnic. Yeah, ethnicity.
It's some black people that's not on my level. It's some white people that's not on my level.
Exactly.
You can call it whatever you want. You get yourself some money, you better get away from the people that's trying to take it from you. As simple as that. But ain't a whole lot to it.
But it goes on. But say, like, when you look at the situation in Chicago where we got damn near 80 people shot over the weekend, this past weekend, or last weekend for that matter, how do we disassociate ourselves with something like that as the black community? How do we disassociate ourselves with something like that?
Well, see, there's a difference between disassociating yourself from that and ignoring that. Right. Now, I think as a community, we cannot ignore that. We have to figure out a way to counteract the violence that's going on down there. It's something we need to be able to do.
Right.
But at the same time, if I made myself some change, I'm not living with the people that's killing people dog. It's just simple as that.
I hear you.
I'm not living. I don't want to have to fear for my child's life going to school. I don't want to.
But that's a situation. But then it's like, okay, when you look at that situation in Chicago, and I know a lot of people might be like, on some Ray Lewis shit, but you know what I'm saying? When the white cop shoots an unarmed black man, we all in the streets protesting. But where's that same protest when 80 people get shot over the weekend? You know what I'm saying?
Well, what do you protest? if 80 people got shot in their own neighborhood over the weekend, who are we protesting? See, when the police shoot an unarmed black man, we're protesting the police, the violence that the police is perpetrating.
Right.
We're protesting the government that's protecting these dirty police. Well, if 80 people get shot in a neighborhood or 10 neighborhoods in a city, who do you protest? We go down there and protest the gangbangers?
You protest the gangbangers, the citizens, everybody. I mean, everybody should be up at arms when 80 people get shot in the span of they said 40 people got shot in less than 2 hours, dog.
So what is your suggestion to stopping the violence?
I mean, I'm on some radical type shit. I mean, I think it's going to have to really... it's going to really have to take some real policy change, because the problem, my issue with, especially we don't have any black leaders now. We don't even really have black strategists anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to take a think tank. We're going to have to come together and just really, I don't know who we are, or if we vote for these people or whatever, but we have to really come and prepare some strategies for going forward. Because, I mean, when you look at that Chicago situation, it's going to take some real harsh type stuff to really bring about change up there. You know what I'm saying? Even if you bring the National Guard in, you know what I'm saying? It might change something for a little bit, but, I mean, Chicago is...
Stop that violence. Stop that violence
for just a little bit, but
it'll stop it for as long as they out there. Because you remember,
but that's what I'm saying.
They used to put the National Guard up on East Street or Eastgate or wherever, and you just couldn't even come through there. So there wasn't no violence going on if you couldn't even come through there.
But that's what I'm saying. It's going to have to be an occupation. You know what I'm saying? It won't be like they come through for a week. They going to have to occupy that thing for months.
They ain't doing nothing else. What else the National Guard got to do? I'm not taking away from the military. Okay, you got your Navy, they bombing people. You got your Army, they fighting on the ground. You got your Marines, they doing hostage negotiation. You got your Navy SEALs, they killing dictators. You got your Coast Guard, they protecting the ships. What's the National Guard doing?
That is true.
What else they got to do? Send them down to the ghetto and make sure people stop shooting people.
But see, I don't know, man. The Chicago is historically been rough. You know what I'm saying? Chicago gets it in.
National Guard down there. You know what I'm saying? They get the guard down there, gonna shut that shit down.
Yeah, but so let me ask, I mean, so for instance, when we talk about the Black Lives Matter movement, and the first thing they throw out as a Caucasian person gonna throw out is what's happening, how you gonna deal with Chicago? You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what I'm saying. When we talk about separating ourselves from stuff like that, going forward, because pretty much when you look at Black America, it's half and half. You got the half that's quote unquote woke, and then you got the other half that's ratchet. You know what I'm saying? So how do we? I mean, we as a people got to figure out what side. Should we have two Black Americas, or should we continue to try to put it or mend it all together?
More than two Black Americas, because you're explaining it as if it's as simple as 50-50. It's not 50-50. It might be 10% of the people are awakened or awoken or whatever, however you want to pronounce it.
Right.
And the rest of the people are a mishmash of whatever. Some people know something. Some people don't want to see it and choose not to see it. Some people are so hopelessly and helplessly ingrained in ghetto culture that they'll never be able to see it or come out of it. And for one, we got to start with education. We got to start with jobs. People are going to fight for territory, for resources, as long as he's hungry. But man, hungry, going to eat. Simple as that. And you got to figure out a way to put another means into these people's hands as opposed to drugs and guns.
Yeah, that is true. But but it's an agenda. Don't you agree? I mean, would you agree?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so I mean...
So that's why the National Guard isn't down there. You just said it yourself. There were 80 people killed in one weekend. When is the National Guard coming?
They ain't coming.
What are they doing?
I don't... You think... Let me ask you, though. You think they're going to go?
I don't know, I don't live in Chicago. I don't know the whole everything that's going on down there.
See,
I'm not gonna
but it's like
sit here and act like I do. Whereas I know in this city right here, Washington D.C.,
right.
they've been doing a lot of killing lately too.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the National Guard show up. I think we got one of the worst governments in the whole country. Though. They rated D.C. as like second or third worst ran city in America. Probably. And that's sad when this is the nation's capital. But it is what it is. You know, last weekend I almost got jumped in my own neighborhood by some kids. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you get. You know why? You know why? That's what you get. Because you remember when you laughed at me when I got jumped? You know what I'm saying? I still remember that day. I was traumatized because of that. I thought we was friends, man. You jumped. Yes, you laughed, man. You don't remember when I got jumped?
When did you get jumped?
Man, and like Jeff, and I got jumped, and you laughed at me.
Oh, man, I used to get jumped to Jeff all the time. That's probably why I laughed. Nigga, what was y'all at when I was getting jumped? Jumped every day. That's probably why.
Well, wait a minute, man. Hey, nah, man. Talk about hey, man. Them scars run deep, man.
Jumped every other day at Jefferson.
Them scars run deep.
Yeah, I probably laughed.
But hold on. How is you?
Jumped yesterday too.
How the hell is you 40 something getting jumped, man? What's going on with you?
I said almost.
Oh, how you almost get jumped, brother?
Because the youngins is out of control.
They are. But that's what I'm saying, though. How do we have to separate ourselves from?
You got to get them off the streets, man. You got to get them off the street. It's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And they hanging there front of this building. There's no playground out here. There's no basketball court right here. Only thing that they can be doing is shooting the breeze, doing some drugs or selling some drugs or doing something they got no business. Messing with people like me that's walking down the street.
Mind
that's the only thing they doing. You understand what I'm saying? So get them something to do. Get them a basketball to dribble.
But see, that's the thing, though.
Jobs. Let them go stock some shelves at night.
But let me ask you this. I mean, you can say that. But when you really think about it, it's like this, man. Like, if the world is a party, I think the world views black people as freeloaders. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, if we come, we gonna be the life of the party, but we might not bring shit to the party. And that's why I'm thinking they may not send National Guards to Chicago or anywhere for that matter.
Well, they want to wipe us out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Like, back and let us wipe each other out, and then they can come in and redevelop your neighborhood. Exactly, which makes perfect sense.
Yes. From a
what they call business. From a colonizer's standpoint.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, until we can get, I don't know if we can get a hold on it, because I think it's we got some generational.
I want to leave.
You want to leave? Where you gonna go though?
I want to leave. Out of space, man. Start calling me out of space.
You can't breathe out of space, man. We keep having this shit.
We got the terraform another planet.
I'm going
and just let us go, man.
Nah, man. I think you know where, man. Go to Canada, bro. If you gonna go,
that's where I would like to go.
Canada,
but you also got to understand that's not our land either. How well are we going to be accepted in Canada? To tell you the truth, my plan ultimately at the end of it all is to go to Canada.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna tell you like this, though.
What do you do?
I think you gotta move. If you in a city that's plagued by violence, you gotta separate yourself, man.
Move sounds great, but what about your job? What about your family? What about your life? Moving sounds great. A lot of people that's in those hoods and in those situations, they would love to move, but they don't have nowhere to go. You know, they don't have nowhere to go. It's tough. It sounds like you just pick up and move.
See,
where do you go?
You know what? I disagree with you on that point, because it's a lot of people that pick up and go cross country to Hollywood just on a whim. You know what I'm saying? True. So it ain't like
you got to be self-motivated. You're talking of a different breed of person.
But that's what I'm saying.
The average ghetto person that never had a job in the first place, don't know nothing but the surroundings that they're in, nothing but violence and poverty.
I mean,
people ain't thinking about picking up and going to no California.
But they'll pick up and try to become a rapper. Rapping is the same thing. If you want to become a rapper,
it's very easy now. You got the internet.
That's what I'm saying. You can figure it out.
These tattoos, we don't know who they are.
I don't.
They ain't moved to our cities, but they got an internet connection, and now
that's what I'm saying. They made it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you talk about, I mean, motivation to do better, you know, no matter how ghetto you are, if you're motivated, you're motivated. I mean, poverty can't motivate you. I don't know what will. But
motivation without talent is nothing. You can be motivated as you want. You don't have the skill, the talent, or the money to make your dreams come true. You just doing nothing. You be motivated.
Yeah.
You selling waters in the same spot for 25 years. Motivated as a motherfucker, but not went nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, man, but I mean, it's a funny thing though, man, because it's like we see because over the, I mean, when you look at it, okay, Black Pride is, we kind of riding the wave of Black Pride. You starting to see women go natural. You know, it's more of this talk about, okay, trying to do better as a people, but then you always see this other side of us that just we can't detach ourselves from, and that's what I really, it's like, would it be easier to just continue to try to work at it, or how do we do it? Because
work at what? We're not doing anything. Nobody's doing anything right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Where do we get lost at?
You can start to work at it because nobody's working at anything right now.
So I mean,
you said
what
8
do we
people
do?
got killed. What do they do about that?
Yeah, what are we doing, brother? Because I mean, like, I'm about to.
Where's Louis Farrakhan, man?
That is true. He used to be.
Where's Farrakhan? Did he go? Did he fly to
Where's
Chicago
anybody though?
when this thing kicked off?
He live in Chicago, don't he?
I think he lived in New York. I know he might have been living in Chicago.
I thought he had a spot in Chicago, but
he probably does have a spot in Chicago, L.A.,
yeah.
YE, and wherever else his Black Muslim money got. You did?
Yeah. But I mean, but that you absolutely right, man. We need a prominent black leader that can, unless you're gonna bring somebody out of nowhere. Because
where's the mayor of that town? You know, where's the governor?
Rom is the one.
Is the governor going out to the ghetto and talking to the people?
Nah,
I mean, they don't care. So
Rahm Emanuel got them people begging Trump to come in. You know what I'm saying? So
man,
now
Trump come in, you know what he's gonna do? We're gonna wipe that thing out. He ain't playing with
that's what I'm saying.
He'll send a guard in there to put everybody out.
But hey, could you be mad?
I could be mad.
You could be mad.
I can be mad.
Yeah, so
but I probably
what would you mad?
Because I don't live in Chicago.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, now say we call the National Guard and they go in there and wipe everybody out. Like, would it be on the same level as Black Lives Matter? Would we be complaining that, okay, we called y'all in here, but we ain't expect y'all to just come in here and murk everything?
You better believe it, because you can never keep the people happy.
Yeah.
Just as fast as they called for some help, when you came in help, they didn't like the way you helped. You know what I'm saying? So you can't please.
You said you damned if you do is a catch-22, man.
Somebody got to come up with a solution to stand on.
Cause that's
simple as that. And fuck what the people saying. Because y'all ain't come up with nothing. Yeah. Y'all got a better solution than do it. Other than that, let's send a guard in there, man, and get down on it.
Yeah, because
some search warrants through there. But there's plenty of people in there got warrants that need to be in jail. You dig?
Man, but see, that's the thing. It's like that's what I really don't understand, because when you talk about like a Chicago, even a Baltimore, DC, a lot of the places that the most violent parts are, it's not like the whole city. You know what I'm saying? It be little spots.
No. It's 10% of a city causing 80% of the violence in the city.
Yes,
you know?
and I'm like, how come a city the city itself couldn't take care of that? If you know where these problem spots are, just choke it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, do a siege or something where we just prevent resources and shit from coming in there. You know what I'm saying? Till y'all get it together.
That's what they used to do, and that's what I would do.
Yeah.
The Grateful Lemon days, when the neighborhood got out of control, they put the National Guard with a big spotlight up on top of the hill, and you can't even come up in there if you don't live.
Not at all.
You know? You can come in there if you don't live. And that eventually scare them off enough, and then you just periodically do it. Yeah. You know, you don't give them a schedule, a set time. You do it periodically just to keep crime down. You know, you don't need to go in there harassing citizens and people that live there and such, but if they right there, you're less apt to shoot somebody if it's a bunch of dudes over there with
machine
M16s and army fatigues. You know what I'm saying?
True that. But man, but let me, if they displace these people, they just gonna cause trouble somewhere else. Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, you know, so you really not really fixing the problem.
No, you're moving the problem.
You just moving the problem to become somebody else's problem. So,
but see, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
If they're not gonna get these people in some education, and get these people some good paying jobs or some activities to do instead of standing in front of their building at 10 o'clock in the middle of the night in the summertime, then you're gonna have that problem continuously, dog. It's nothing new. It's the same thing from always.
Yeah, but man, some people don't want to be educated. I think access to, you might not have the best school system, but nowadays you still got people out here that can't read, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that you don't have access to a quality. I mean, some educations are more quality than others, but the access is there. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here, I'm pretty sure all them folks probably, they could get educated if they wanted to. They just choose to be gangbangers.
It ain't about getting them educated though, brother. It's about starting them educated. You're not going to take a 14, 15-year-old that's all they know is the streets and all of a sudden turn them around with a little bit of education. You got to start at the grade school level and explain to these people that there are other options besides doing what you see every day.
But that's what I'm saying.
We need in-home operations, we need outreach operations, and it all starts on the ground level.
And that's where you in fairy tale land. Because that ain't going to happen, my brother. It's a lie.
I didn't say it was going to happen, but you asked for a solution. That's the only solution.
That's
educate these people from the ground up.
That's not a realistic solution, though, because people going to... You know how many dumbass parents we got out here? Like, my thing, a solution, I know it's might rub some people the wrong way. I think you should not be allowed to have kids if you don't meet a certain criteria.
B, you should be licensed to have a child.
Exactly, or you have to pass a class, or you
licensed.
have to do...
No, licensed. Because if you think about it really well, there's nothing that you can do that's important that you can't do without a license.
Right.
You cannot fly a plane without a license. You cannot drive a car without a license. You cannot operate on somebody without a license. You cannot practice law without a license. You cannot be a real armed security guard without a license. Everything that's important in our society, you have to be licensed in order to do. What's more important than rearing children? Why would you allow random people to have children?
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we on like some real on some Far East kind of shit right there?
I've said it for years. I'm talking about I've been saying it for 20 years because I believe that the children parenting is the most important thing.
It is the most.
Why are they letting anybody have a child?
Because it's one of them things that we could control it. Because I'm gonna really shorty. There should be no teenage pregnancies. It should be forced.
About it. If you're gonna have an unlicensed baby, it's gonna cost you something.
Nah, it's not.
I don't know what you got to figure out.
It's gonna cost you the price of an abortion. I'm talking about forced abortion.
I said we take your kids and raise them.
But what are you gonna do them? I mean, that's not the solution.
We can have some government funded places where we can
that's
raise
foster
some really good kids.
Nah, man, that's foster kid. They gonna be even more messed up because don't know.
Put me in there and let me love them, man. Let me love those kids.
The foster parents be beating them and not feeding them and shit.
I don't want foster kids. I want a government institution that's taking care of kids.
Yeah.
So you got a private person that's coming in making sure that they're taking care of these kids.
You got that at the border, brother. And you see what that's doing.
Yeah, but what about the people that's already crossed the border?
I'm talking
what about little Kiana? Kiana and them is down there in the ghetto, got 10 kids and can't raise none of them.
Nah, but see, that's what I'm saying. We got to stop that right there. Just having babies for no reason. Like the people that's already here, y'all here already. But little Kiana, man, we got to separate ourselves from that shit, man. Because we got to distance ourselves as far away from that. And maybe once you distance yourself, they'll see that, hey, they got a better way over there, and maybe they'll want to be a part of that.
Nah,
you don't think so?
Because they can see that anyway. So every time they ride past one of them good neighborhoods, they see that. They know that they're living better on the other side of the fence.
So you just
but
think it's just
how to get over
a ratchet state of mind. Why is ratchetness taking over?
They can't figure out how to get over there, man.
Yeah, but you ain't got to get over there. But you
nobody told them from 4 years old that you can get over there.
Yeah,
you can be over there. You don't have to stay over here. There's ways out. There's stuff that we don't even teach our kids.
But like, you know what?
Soccer. I'll give you an example. Soccer. The kids, just play soccer. Soccer is a profitable professional sport worldwide.
Depending on where you at, though.
Teach your son.
Depending on where you at.
How to play soccer, and they'll come get your son, dog.
Yeah, depending on where you at.
Remember that way Freddie Adu used to play for DC? He was 16 years old, dog. Yeah. He was from Africa or something, you know what I'm saying?
But see, we got
teach kids how to play soccer.
But see, soccer's not. It's not popular. I mean, it is depending on where you at.
B, you're missing my point. It's not popular. We got to make it popular. It's fuck. Who cares if it's popular? If you need a way out, I'm gonna give you a way out. Learn how to play soccer. It's not a bunch of people around here playing soccer. They're gonna come get you out of here if you can play soccer.
Well,
you
then
what I'm saying?
You need to start a soccer program.
Show them something else.
Yeah, hey, get them into baseball. Get them in. You know what?
Show them something else.
You know what? It's so many things to do for you not to have
so many things
to do. Like I know a little youngin that competes in like the Rubik's Cube challenges. Like they do all that shit. So I mean, it's access to. You gotta find
video
it, man.
game challenges.
Yeah,
man. You like
it's
playing
access
video games
to all
that,
that,
man.
man.
Put your kids in something where you can compete.
Get them off the streets, man.
Get his ass off the streets.
Do better, man. Cause we got a serious epidemic going on, man. We got to do.
They're killing people, dog.
Yeah, they killing, and it's young people killing people, man. It ain't even like serial killing. We got young people, you know, and they teens out here killing people.
Brother, the kids. I got into it with the other name was kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was kids. Want to know where I'm from? I'm like, where I'm from? Living around here for 38 years. Where am I from? Where you from?
Where you from?
Where was you at when I got jumped on this corner right here 25 years ago?
Man, why the hell you always getting jumped, man?
Because they always like to jump me. You know, they didn't want to fight me straight up. They wanted to jump me.
That's right. Hey, maybe you gotta get up out the hood, man.
But shit with a 40 ball.
You gonna have to, hey, you need to start a club for them kids around there so they can stop jumping you and shit, man.
He started a fight club, dog. Never
hey,
in there and beat each other.
Why not? It's better than shooting them. We need to get back to fighting with our hands. Stop picking up these guns. Like, no, I mean, learn to take an ass.
But you know, it ain't even about fighting. They're not fighting, they're killing.
Right.
Ain't like they're arguing. Ain't like it's an argument that turned into a shooting. Right. It's I'm mad over them. Come through here and shoot a bunch of people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was just a fight, it'd be one person getting killed.
So let me ask you.
It's whole neighborhoods of people.
So let's do this then. Okay, so we got to start baby steps. All right, let's get back to bare knuckle brawling. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the first step, so we could just eliminate the guns. Cause I think
organized bare knuckle brawling.
Like we need to make boxing, bare knuckle brawling popular again. You understand? Like
we gotta organize it.
Yeah, however you gotta do it though. You know what I'm saying? Just make it so you not afraid to knuckle up no more. You know what I'm saying? Like cause I'm not saying people of our generation, we was at that weird break where it kind of went from fisticuffs to shooting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So now if we could get it back to where it's popular to going with the hands again, maybe that might bring about the change that we talking about.
We can do it. We need to organize the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
We need a representative from each neighborhood to sit down with the head people and say, okay, well, who's your main beef with?
Right.
Okay, well, you don't like Trinidad? All right, what else we're going to do? Each neighborhood need to pick 5 boxes.
Right.
5 of their top boxes, and we're going to have a truce.
Right.
No shooting, no violence outside of this box. You want to go in the ring, and if you lose, you shut the fuck up. Simple as that.
And you go home.
You got a truce.
You
go home, you take your ass whooping,
yep.
You know, and you live with it.
Exactly.
We sign a truce, no guns, no shooting until we fight these fights.
Right.
And you do that every neighborhood, every gangster city all across the country. Until they stop shooting each other. Maybe they beat each other's brains out.
Hey, man, that's better than, at least you got a chance, man, with them bullets.
At least there won't be no 8-year-old children getting killed.
Right. You hit who you want to hit with your fist. With your fist.
Who you want to hit.
Yeah, and man.
I think they killed my brother, okay, and then let's go beat him up in the ring.
Right.
Bare knuckle style. You can have headgear or something so they don't get killed. We got to sanction it somehow. But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. We can go with that, man. Hey, man, we got to really see about that, though. But, man, thank you, my brother, man.
We got to get political, man. We got to get ourselves. We got to somehow get a strong foothold into some politics. You know.
We do, man.
Do you remember Courtney Snowden?
Yeah.
You know, she's the deputy mayor of D.C.?
Yeah, I do.
We got to get into some type of politics, man, so we can put these. You need to send her the tape of this. Send her tape of this right here.
All right.
And maybe we can. Because I know she on Facebook. I used to be friends with her sister. We gotta
get out.
We gotta put something in action because
that's a hell of
talk about it all day long.
Yeah, that is true. That's a hell of an idea, man. Let's get back to bare knuckle brawling, man. Cause man, we gotta do something. I like that idea, man. But thank you, man. Oh yeah, if you want to see the show, man, go visit our YouTube channel. Are We Not Men? ? Are We Not Men ? And thank you again, my brother. It's always a pleasure, man. You know what I'm
Always
saying?
love, man.
Always
Glad
a
to be
pleasure.
part.
Yeah, man. Also, Facebook page, man. Are We Not Men Talk? Are We Not Men Talk?
Like us on Facebook, man.
Like
We
us,
trying to get 1 million likes by the end of
subscribe.
the year. Y'all can make it happen. We can't do it without you.
Right. Like it, subscribe, and share, man. And if y'all got any topics y'all want us to discuss, or if you want to be a part of the show,
You want to be on the show?
yeah. Hey, man, we love letting regular people talk. That's why we created this format, you know?
The show is for regular folks.
It's for regular
so come
folks,
on
man.
out
You got to
and
vote.
support the show.
Yes.
Send the show. If you watching this show and you know somebody that's ingrained in this situation, then let them know so that we can
discuss
them on the
it.
show.
We could talk about
You know, if
it,
you
man.
know somebody in part, if you watching this show and you know someone that's a community outreach leader, mention this. Maybe we can get some talks. Maybe we can make some real change happen across this country.
For real, man. Because, man, we are real men, man. We just want to see the youth make it to be men. Because, hey, man, this is a real problem out here. So, man, once again, from the Are We Not Men show, to the next time we see you, don't be stupid.
Try to stay from being stupid.
Yeah, don't be stupid. All right, peace.